Yeah, so a question posed by some fans is when exactly did Fatima and Zach learn that they were with child? And this is only pertaining to sisters. I am not talking Zatima. Now, there was the recent clip that was dropped for this week's episode of the show where Zach is discussing his, barge in and beat the crap out of Hayden and Tamara until they get the answers that they want about the Gary stabbing, basically, if they had anything to do with it. And Fatima has to remind him that, hey, I have precious cargo. I just can't go up in there fighting like that. And it brings about the question of when did they know she was pregnant? Now, my biggest counter is it's crazy how she talks about that she's not trying to fight and whatnot. But I can't help but think about the events of the Sistas timeline, which, if I'm not mistaken, is less than 5 days from where they are right now to when she went to confront Gary at the wedding, not the wedding venue, outside of his building, which I believe was the same day as the wedding. Yeah, I think. Could be wrong about that. But essentially, because I know Robin said these were taken right before the day of the wedding, so you had a reason to go after him. So in any case, Fatima went over there to confront Gary because Andy was crying over Jordan because he came to her office, knew Gary had something on her. That's why, he got dumped, but she wouldn't say anything. And Fatima went over there, no, I'm going to handle this. And then, she grabbed onto Gary twice till security shoved her down. And I'm thinking so what about the precious cargo then? Is this just one of those things because it was a Zach plan that it's not a good idea? And then remember when Madam said she was busy, Fatima was like, hey, grab this bag. And then they went to the venue themselves, showing that when violence is needed, it's only okay if Fatima says it's okay. And I'm like, so what about the precious cargo then? And I'm bringing up the same point. And then people were like, well, maybe she didn't know she was pregnant then. And I'm like, nah, that's not the case. Here's why. When Zach slipped up and told Karen about Fatima's pregnancy, Fatima said that, well, we were going to wait until I was further along to tell, the news that I was pregnant. That seems to imply that they've known for probably several weeks that Fatima's been pregnant. So when you look at it from that perspective, season 7 is slightly different, due to the fact that, well, the pregnancy was known to both Zach and Fatima, but it was never really brought up, which honestly makes Zach look even more of a dumbass all the times he was, running after Karen when he should have been checking on his own fiance, but whatever. And I think about how the baby shower wasn't that long ago. Literally, it was only a few days ago, if that. And Karen, was having her baby shower, and Fatima's just standing there looking awkward, knowing that she was pregnant. Man, that really makes you look at those scenes just a slightly, different in a slightly different way. But I just feel like the pregnancy was probably known in season 7. I don't know when, because think about it. Season 7 not only was a 3-month time jump between 6 and 7, but season 7's pacing was completely different than 8. Season 8, we've only been through, 2.5, barely even 3 days. But in season 7, we would have episodes where we would go from 1 day to the 3rd day, or we would go to the 2 weeks within an episode. It was that crazy. So Fatima was either pregnant during the time jump, but then didn't know it until the middle of season 7. So that's pretty much my own, head canon of when that happened. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.